Welcome back to Share Your Story Sunday. So I know it's been a minute since I made a video, but I paused for a second for a myriad of reasons that range from who I wanted to my sharing information about my fifth bonus dad, and then have a new college student and a high school student going back to school, having this virtual experience while working remotely at home. So anyway, had a lot going on, but I'm back. We're going to get this party started. I am so excited to share with you guys more about my bonus dads, but I wanted to just pause this Sunday and share with you the whole purpose behind IDM. So IDM is Intentional Dads Movement, and I have several social media communities on Facebook. I have two. One is just the page where we'll share information, through myself, or anything that someone shares with me, I can publish. And then I have the group on Facebook, the IDM group, Intentional Dads Movement group, and that is a group that allows you to actually post directly to the feed. So you can share insight, you can share perspective, you can initiate conversations. Obviously, the only thing that would cause me to actually say something or delete something is if it's counterproductive. And so what I deem as counterproductive is something that is just out of order and rude and unfruitful. I don't believe that candid conversations are unfruitful. Sometimes candid conversations they don't always feel good, and we have to actually share, just have straight talk moments. And so that type of information is welcomed on the site. And so anyhow, and then I have the IG page, which operates similar to the page on Facebook, where I actually post different things. So let's talk about what Intentional Dads Movement is. And so it's a community that I felt led to initiate and start to, that's solely focused on both men and women engaging in insightful conversations about the presence of fathers, the presence of dads, whether it is biological dads or bonus dads. And so why I say I wanted to elevate the conversation is because I hear a lot of conversations that take place around dads and whether they're present and just disengaged, or they're present and doing a phenomenal job, or they are unknown, or some fathers that are experiencing issues with their spouse, because again, that happens, around actually feeling like they understand their role, and mothers allow their husbands or their boyfriends, significant others, to actually operate effectively in the role as a father. I've spoken to men and women about just sometimes where they feel like women sabotage the relationship between a father and their child, and that again is for a myriad of reasons, and some is perception and some is reality, right? So with that being said, one of the biggest things, and I'll just add this in, is this perception I started to get that fathers aren't necessary and relevant, right? That women can raise these kids by themselves. And obviously, we women, we're empowered, and we can do that if we need to, but we shouldn't have to. Right? And so I think there needs to be conversations to really highlight why fathers are so important, and then use that same energy to encourage and remind men, and then specifically from a male perspective, share best practices that are used to actually continue to stay present and initiate healthy relationships between the mother of your children, and yourself, right? You feeling confident, and you feeling secure, and you feeling appreciated as a father in that role. So anyway, so this platform for me, again, as God gives me different insight, I will share it with you. He just told me to start. And so if you know how he operates, that means that you start, and he's going to tell you the rest along the way. And so that's what I'm learning, is the rest along the way. So I'm learning as I go. And so what I have established is Share Your Story Sundays, because I do know that I'm responsible for sharing my particular stories. And from there, I established Thankful Thursdays. And that is where, again, it's just a reminder going out to everybody to share what you're thankful for. I'll share something. And then on that post that I publish, go ahead and say what you're thankful for. I think that that's where we get our energy from, right? It's one place that we can, when we can remind ourselves why we're thankful for things, why we're thankful to be in the space that we're in, we should be able to share that, especially if you want to highlight a man, say, or a father, I'm thankful for his presence, I'm thankful for his effort, right? One thing I want to highlight and be very clear about, anytime we're talking about intentionality, that does not mean perfection. It means progressive, right? Someone that is intentional about and mindful about being progressive or action oriented. That being said, I on Friday, I have established Fly Father Fridays, where I highlight certain men. Sometimes there's something that God brings to me. Sometimes it's other people that bring me fathers. And I've had instances where people will insinuate that, oh, I see that we're highlighting a particular father, you know, they're a perfect father on social media, but they have opportunities in reality. Well, what person doesn't, right? Who does not have opportunities? And if you know a person that doesn't have opportunities, then, you know, definitely share that. But again, intentional dads, Fly Father Friday, the goal is just to encourage, remind, highlight certain men that are in pursuit of being the father that they want to be, right? So I want you guys to also take the time to send me information on men that you feel are doing a good job and they're trying, right? Again, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. And we can work the rest out, right? If we take the time to actually highlight what someone's doing right, the likelihood that they will listen when you need to provide course correction or feedback on something that's not going right, they're more apt to listen. And so anyway, so Fly Father Fridays are for that purpose. And you can inbox me on Facebook, on Instagram. You can send me an email on idmovement2020@gmail.com. And I just asked for some pictures or of the person we're going to highlight, and we'll celebrate together. So again, I didn't want this video to be long, but I just wanted to share the purpose of Intentional Dads Movement community. It's all about creating a space where we can share diversity in thought, perspective, but it's all about encouraging, inspiring, uplifting, edifying fathers, right, and dads. And I just, with everything in me, I believe that if we are able to do that right and have candid conversations, it will benefit our community in so many ways. And it has the potential of reshaping and empowering the family structure. Anyway, I can go on and on and on, but I just think it's just so powerful. And I think that if we do it together, there's no telling what we can accomplish. And so next Sunday, I will be highlighting my fifth bonus dad, who I published this, is Robert Manaway, Pastor Manaway, over at Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church in Seattle, Washington. And I'm so excited to share my journey with him. And of course, I cannot talk about Dad, Pastor Manaway, without talking about Mom, Sister Manaway, who is a phenomenal woman. And I shared this before. There is something special about when you have a man who also has a phenomenal woman in this partnership that takes place. How the investments in people just are out of this world. It's amazing. Anyway. So I'll share more about them later. But I just wanted to get on and say that, again, the ID movement, it's still work in progress. It is something that we're developing, and I would love to develop it more with insight from you all. And again, I have some ideas. I'm excited to share them with you guys, but I will share that part of the I shared before that I'm in the process of finishing out my book, which I have I put a pause on a little bit because I was doing 1,000 things, but no worries, it's coming, because I don't start things that I don't finish. But well, let me rephrase. I do start things that I don't finish, but when it comes to what God tells me to do, I might be delayed, but I'm on it because I don't want to get in trouble. So what I was going to say about the book is, in the book, or the process of developing and writing the book, I had the opportunity to interview men since from February up until July, men that cover all ages, so from 30, I need somebody in the 20s too, but from 30s to 70 plus, and men outside the U.S., inside the U.S., all different faiths, from Christian to Catholic to agnostic to atheist. And I am so excited to share with you the perspectives from these men, and I still would love to get more insight from men around their journey regarding fatherhood and what it means to them, and how we as women can support them, and in that space, and what they also and impart to them from just my perspective and what I've learned from other women, what we need from them in order to appropriately support and partner with them, because again, it's all about reciprocation in here, and as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, you all have a wonderful evening. I hope I was really clear as it relates to what I know right now the purpose is for ID movement, and I'm excited about what else God is going to reveal. But in the meantime, I'm just going to operate with what he shared with me. All right. So thank you all so much. I hope you continue to follow and join and actually comment, because, that's how you show engagement. And if you don't want to comment, you can do a thumbs up. You can do a heart. You see, I'm only identifying particular things you can do, but no, you can do a thumbs down too if you wanted to, honestly. But if that was your perspective, but just take the time to engage, right? And take the time to invest time to read, and again, engage in things that are fruitful and encouraging around this time. All right, y'all have a blessed evening, and I will talk to you next Sunday.